I think one of the things that's been really interesting to me about the anniversary gala and celebrating 50 years is I've been able to talk with people who were part of the program from the very beginning and hear their stories and why they got started and what they did. And then I've encountered so many people that have told me about maybe being matched in the program. I'm seeing more people come into our program to be bigs who were littles when they were younger. A lot of them at OU right now I've talked to, they were matched when they were in elementary school here in Norman, and now that they're at OU, they're becoming bigs themselves. So that's been one of the really neat things about the 50th year. People have kind of come to me with stories, and I think that while this is a celebration of things that we've accomplished, the big purpose and the big picture is figuring out how we're going to do even bigger things in the next 50 years.
I was involved with the leadership class my freshman year at OU, and a group from Big Brothers Big Sisters presented to our group about the program and the need for bigs. It sounded like a great way to get involved in the community and an opportunity to make a difference in the life of a young person. I had no idea at that point what was ahead of me and how incredible an experience I would have. I first met Chris when I was a college sophomore at OU, and he was a 12-year-old elementary school kid who loved breakdancing. He's going to hate that I'm bringing this up again some 30 years later, but it's so funny now to look back on that time. He was actually pretty well known around Norman as one of those breakdancer kids. I remember him performing at a United Way event, and I loved watching him. Not that I was an experienced observer of breakdancing at the time, but in my opinion, he was really good and very entertaining. We were a great match, and we immediately connected with each other and loved hanging out and driving around in my 1976 Olds Cutlass. His mother, Barbara, was wonderful and enjoyable, and his sister, Tracy, was also matched with a big sister. I truly became part of their family, and we've been family ever since. We have enjoyed staying in touch and continue to share the ups and downs of life, although mostly by phone these days, since Chris and his family live in North Carolina. In 1995, I was living in Washington, D.C., and Chris called to tell me the great news that he was engaged to Debbie and wanted me to come to Savannah, Georgia, and be his best man. As you can tell, this big little match was one that lasted way beyond the time when our match closed when Chris turned 18. It was so great to see Chris grow and mature as he went through middle school and then high school, and we were able to have some great talks about life and what our dreams were and what we both wanted to do going forward. I feel like I was able to be a good, solid mentor to him and truly be a big brother type influence that was helpful. And in addition to all of life's ups and downs, we just had a lot of laughs and a lot of fun together. We shared a lot of experiences, and we always stayed involved with the group activities through Big Brothers Big Sisters, which we thought was important. Through my match with Chris, I learned how important it is to do something beyond yourself, and that making an effort to help young people who need some guidance and a mentor is incredibly rewarding. In a lot of ways, I learned as much from Chris as he learned from me. I learned how to be a better listener and how it's not always about the adult finding a way to fix everything. Many times, it's more important to help the young person find a way to manage the situation facing them and to help create options rather than the approach of, this is the way you handle it and there's only one way. Through being matched with Chris and through our interaction with Big Brothers Big Sisters, we both learned there are a lot of young people who face really challenging family situations, and they truly need some help working through all that. This is a wonderful program, and we are so thankful we've been able to participate in it. We encourage others to help in any way they can.